White oak is one of the most sought after woods, not only for its beauty and its durability, but its resistance to weather and used in outdoor projects. But I know some of you guys have problems cutting this stuff straight, keeping it from cracking. We're gonna show you some tips and tricks on the sawmill, maybe some upgrades to get yourself perfect lumber, whether you're cutting beams or you're cutting boards. Make sure your wood counts. Jay and I are doing multiple white oak projects today. But these things, as you look at, these are actually perfectly squared, straight off the mill. And these are gonna be for our floor system for the dovetail cabin that we built over at Bunyan, so I can get my wife's she shed done, I guess, before my house or garage. But that's what these are gonna be. And actually what we do is, as we're cutting down our beams, I'm also in the middle of a deck project, so I make my own white oak decking. I think you guys might know that already. That's just some beautiful, look at this stuff. We did get some spalter because we are cutting 2 to 3 year old logs. These are not fresh logs, they're already hard. But this stack has actually been through our kiln for 6 months, and Jason and I just straightened each one of the boards yesterday to get them ready to go through our machinery so that we can make decking. Look how smooth that is. That's after being dried. Gonna make it a lot easier going through a planer when your boards are flat. When you have all these waves in here, you know what's gonna happen to your painter blade. It's gonna right off the machine, so you're gonna be buying a new one. But as we're cutting our oak here that's actually a couple of years old, we're also getting ready to finish up the deck project. So I'm always making decking. I'm always making white oak boards. So we're getting a stack ready to be air dried, then run through our kiln and made into something. So this stuff is hard, guys. If you go onto the Jenkins scale, white oak is about what, 1360 it said?
Right around there, yep.
So right around 1360. That's hard. Pine's in the 400s. And even less. So if you guys are having trouble blowing through blades, getting curvy lumber, we're gonna show you some tricks. So I'm gonna get my last log. We need one more beam to get ready for our assembly, Jay. I'm gonna get that ugly guy over there and we'll see what we can turn him into.
We usually get some pretty stuff out of ugly stuff.
I know, but I always wonder if I'm gonna get what I need. If not, we just grab another one and go after it.
Exactly.
We have plenty. And they're old guys, 3 years old. Tree talk, Jay.
I like it.
This isn't one of the nicest, cleanest, straightest logs. We actually got some stuff going on here. But I know that this has been here for 3 years. And the wax that we put on it is still on there. So we sealed these. You're always gonna get some checks right here. It's just the way it is. I guarantee if I cut 6 inches back in here, I'm gonna have a fresh log. Now I know I only need 11 feet. I want to cut it a little big just in case some stuff happens. And we've got plenty. We got 13 feet till I get up here to the crotch piece here. So we're going to cut this off. It's not going to go to waste. This stuff makes beautiful cabinet doors, slices, pieces, anything. You can make slabs out of it. I mean, but how many slabs are you going to have? It really makes fantastic, fantastic looking furniture. So I have a pile of them over there. Someday we'll get this small into those when we get a building, baby, with a roof.
I like that. I want to make some furniture.
Just got this saw yesterday, so let's put it to the timber test.
What you got there, Dan?
I got still $391. I got a really amazing price on it. I couldn't say no.
All right.
Ooh, that's a beautiful piece, my friend.
Let's see what we got in there.
That's all cut really nice.
Well, that's good. I'm glad
I
you got a
love
good
when
deal
you get
on
a
it.
used buy.
What's that?
I said I love when you get a used buy.
Can never have too many chainsaws.
I can't. Okay. So yeah, we have the double heart scenario going on because that's right where it welded out. I'm a couple feet bigger, so we're gonna have some challenges about centering the heart on this one. I actually think, let me take this little nub off right here too.
Okay.
So it's easier for everybody if you prep your log right here.
You just want to use your new chainsaw.
I do. Uh-oh. No joke, man. That was hard.
That was some hard.
That was some
Well, that's
hard
dry.
stuff going through that knot. That's dry.
Ooh.
You know what? It's inside. I'm gonna run, just get a moisture test. See what this thing actually is. Those checks are going nowhere, my friend.
They're stopped there.
This beam is
Yeah.
still 33%. It's always gonna be wetter here by the knot.
That's
We're
surprising.
30%. Let's get some air on it, Jay.
There you go. Air it out.
That's a 3-year-old log. One of the definite tricks that you should do before you even get this up on the mill is you actually need to seal the ends of the wood. And it's really that simple. I mean, this is actually called anchor seal. And it's kind of a synthetic wax, and it's meant for end grains. And what it's doing is actually sealing this from drying too quickly at the end. Any hardwood, that's what's gonna happen. So this is not latex paint. This is not free stuff from Home Depot. This is actually a relatively cheap product. I think it's $125 for 5 gallons of it. Lasts a long time. But the benefit of actually waxing your log like this right now is that every piece that we're gonna cut off this thing, it's already gonna have a waxed end to it. So you don't have to go back, paint them individually, spray them, or whatever you used to do, or if you didn't do it. But any hardwood is gonna crack. So it's really imperative. I try to seal the ends. We seal the ends as the logs come in. Now I'm gonna show you exactly what happened here, because this is our white oak that came through the kiln. And if you could see, most of this stuff here is squared off and is waxed. You could see this was done at the mill time because there's my end spray paint. Somewhere along the line, these got cut and they didn't get finished. If you could actually see, there was another one right
Over
here.
Yep.
So you see where this did not get waxed, every one of those boards checked. So I'm actually gonna lose a foot or two because of not properly taking care of it. And honestly, this is the product that you should use. Simple and easy. I think even the sawmill professor uses the same stuff. I just saw a video of his.
It's good for your skin.
It is good for your skin. Gives you that waxy overglow, Jack.
That's right.
I don't know if you want to come over here and show them this end, because this end, they're all square cut, and you can see down the whole stack, there's one check. Same situation right here. You can see doesn't have the wax on it.
Looking
So
pretty good though. Otherwise,
there's a test, guys, of doing and don'ting. Doing and don'ting.
I like that, Dan.
Wax your wood.
Wax your wood.
Let's talk about the good stuff and the bad stuff we got going on over here, Jay.
Okay.
We actually just threw this baby up, and yeah, she's actually level, ready to cut. So I didn't need to mess around with my toe boards. But you can see, this tree is actually bent a little bit. And this is not a big tree for us. And I'm looking to get an 8x10, so there's a possibility we might not get it. But there we have the first start of that, is that actually you're just going to try to take a little bit off of this, square your log, and then figure out where the bend comes out. And like the other issue what you're dealing with sometimes, because these are old logs, this is kind of going to be the proof, guys, is that inside the bark, yeah, there's possibly a little bit of dirt and stuff like that. So it's going to work on your blade a little bit more. Unless you want to debark this, or the Woodland Mills people come up with the debarker for it. A lot of times just what I do is I just put on a regular 7-degree blade. One that I can sharpen, one that's not expensive. And I'm going to just start skinning my log. First test how hard this is, and then see where we go. And then we'll move up and we'll show you how we finish the wood. So you can see I'm not taking a bunch off. I'm looking just to skin the top, see where we're at. But I'm going to tell you, before we even light up the saw, I know this is going to be hard when you come into here, this area here where you have the branch coming off the knot, this right here. So we got a brand new blade on here, and let's see how it runs through it. But I have a feeling this one's going to be hard, Jay.
Let's see what happens. We can do hard. Oh, I didn't warm the machine, by the way.
Poor little Woodland Mills. See, cold weather starts.
No issues.
I know, you guys are like, we're from Tennessee. It was snowing and raining here the last few days, and we were out here milling, as you can see.
I like the snow.
You like the snow from my window, Jay?
Exactly. It's gonna be tough right here.
Hard, Jay.
It was hard, you could tell, but it's doing it.
It did do it. That was not a big cut for as hard as that was.
Yeah, well, we had some serious knots going on there.
I think I'm going to have the Jenka people come and test this log.
Might be a little harder than the 1360.
You know what? I don't know if that scale is after it's dry or what. I mean, this doesn't have 50% water.
Yeah, you know what? I don't know that either. I never really thought about it.
We're going to look that up, guys, or somebody tell me.
Yeah, Jenka scale or Jenka scale or whatever it is. Jenky.
It actually, the blade did not cut too darn bad going through there. Actually, even pretty smooth.
It was a pretty rough area
Couple
right
waves right here. It was hard.
Yeah.
I told you it was going to be hard there.
Yeah.
I know that was a short cut, but we're rolling. Let's rope this log, Jay.
Rope it up, cowboy.
So before you let go, especially you're working alone, you actually want to secure your log, because this guy's round, so I have a pretty good idea, but he might want to come rolling at you. And that's never any good for the feet.
That would not be good.
Steel toes or not. Hard hat ain't going to help you.
I don't think my composite toes would help me either.
No, man, your composite toes are going to break and cut your toes off. I mean, other than just getting your toes squished, now I've lost my toes.
That's very grim.
The only thing I like about steel toes is in the winter, I can heat them with a torch and keep my feet warm.
That's a good pro tip.
I learned to dance, Jay. Grew up in the 70s. I learned to dance. All right, this guy's round. Round. Let's see what we're going to do here. No post extensions, nothing, but I'm debarking on the way over.
There you go. Multifunctional. Oh boy.
Oh boy. Okay, guys, this is going to be one of the single times where we might do the double flip and back roll into it. So we're going to square this guy up a little bit different than normal.
Double flip.
I don't lie here. This is the reason. When I'm cutting my boards here, I got a banana board that I've got going on right here. I don't want to cut the banana side. I actually want to flip over and start working off the top to get into the minimal hardwood where I'm at here. So that's the reasoning of why I'm doing what I'm doing.
Double flip. Say it ain't
We're gonna
so.
double. It isn't so, Jay.
Say it ain't so.
I debunked the double flip. Now here's where the double flip helps.
Yeah, but
you
you've
out.
always said that there are times when it's.
I
this
did.
is the
I said
time,
when you
man.
were slabbing wood,
This is the time.
it's the time. Let's double flip. Double flip, Jay.
There you go.
So we know we don't have to square. We've already squared where our heart's going to be. So let's just take a chunk off. It's pretty nice down through there, Jay.
See what we're gonna get.
Oh, that's leaving me with 13 so far, but I don't know how the middle and the bend's going to be.
Take a look.
Let's take a look. All right, I'm just going to skin the other side after a double flip. No level. Let's roll. We're barely into this log, and you can actually see how solid this guy is. And the check marks, there's nothing going in here. This is gonna be a beautiful beam if I could get the size I need. But you can see we didn't make a deep enough cut, so I'm gonna make another 1-inch cut, get me down where I need to be. But I wanted to even show you on, this is a small cut for a piece of oak. What do I got? Cut was under 12, let's say 12, let's just call it 12 inches. Not that big for it, but you see, we didn't, you come in here and you always see that little, we didn't have too big of a lead in. It always looks like it dips, rises, and dips. But here, where we hit this knot, I've got 1/4 inch of where this is. So that blade is actually rising. It actually makes itself another check right here. So every time you turn that around, let's say here, this knot that's 1/4 inch out, you flip it around to square it, you're actually going to be unsquaring your log because that is not supposed to be there. So you have to kind of look. And mine's really close. It probably would affect if I'm looking for a perfect log. But it pretty much straightened. You see, you can see with the regular blade, I'm already starting to get waves. Here's another knot. I mean, not quite 1/4, but that's a good wave. And that's what's going to affect your boards as you go along. So you're really trying to get rid of those. That's why I only skin them with these. And then we'll show you how to cake them flat. I actually stopped mid-cut because they felt, you ever feel like you roll, you boom, 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 boom. You got something stuck in your tire. So here, that's what I had. I ended up having a lump of wood that got crushed in there, and that's going to affect your cut. So keep your blade bouncing. Keep your blade from bouncing.
What was that again? Thump, thump, thump.
Boom, boom, boom. I don't know how to do that, Jay.
It works.
Yep, 1 inch off. cleaned up real nice. So we're ready to do our double flip square, which is a little different. But I see I went super, super slow through this knot. I still had a dip, not as severe, but we're getting wavy wood. So that's the last cut we're gonna make on that blade for our finished wood. So let's skin some more with them and get them off. Let's rope this log up, Jay.
Rope it, Dan.
Do the double flip square on a bowed beam. Now you could be all unclipped. Are we all unclipped over there, Jason?
We're all in clip, sir.
Yeah, see, we're flat, so there's no chance of the log coming at you. So you could unclip first, come back, get your strap, and let's see how bad this bow is, my friend. As always, I'm bringing it in, but I'm not bringing it all the way in yet. That was really close.
Mm-hmm.
Because you know we're gonna square it. I gotta tell you.
It's looking pretty good.
I know. The bow is not as severe as I thought. So I'm still looking to figure out how do I get my 10x8. That's really all I need. I don't know how many boards we're gonna get out of this one, Jay, but
This one might not be yielding like our other ones, but
no. Let me see where I'm at. I could possibly go up a little bit and play it safe. That's the margin of safety right there, Jay. 1/4 of an inch.
I like it. Hey, 1/4 of an inch matters.
I'm gonna be able to do this. Let me check
Okay.
my square real quick. Because it's still a beam for us.
Is it in there?
I say we just clip it, Jay, because it's right on the money. I do not know how that Woodland Mills post, I don't adjust that. I can't remember the last time I adjusted it.
We adjust it with the logs.
I know, but it actually stays so plumb for me. I'm just looking at it when we're doing this. And I never expect it to be right after the logs we put them through, Jay.
You got a good laser eye, though.
Yeah, one of them.
That's all you need.
One of them always has sawdust in it.
That's right.
All right, let's cut the bow out, this guy.
All right.
Before I get to cutting, I'm checking to make sure that I can fit through my 7-inch throat. And yeah, 6 inches. So we can make this cut. Hopefully, let's check the middle too, Jay. It's close. Nah,
Yeah, we're fine.
4.5.
Gotta love the laser.
We do. It is such a help, such a time. Gives you visual representation, guys. Did you film that whole thing, Jay? Mm-hmm. Then let's talk about this.
Let's talk about it.
The beauty part, or what I think, let's get out of the way of that first,
Good
fellas.
moves.
The beauty part about having a manual mill, not a drive, not everything hydraulic, is you can feel the wood as you're cutting. I mean, if you noticed in several spots where I was getting to, I would slow down my feed rate. I know that it's nice to have a consistent flow speed rate as parts of the log get harder. You should be able to feel it. I feel it. I can feel it in my motor. I can feel it in the way that it's cutting. I slow down a little bit.
I feel it in my bones.
He feels it in his bones. That's just a winter chill, buddy.
That's right.
So let me do a real quick log check on that, because that looked like it still cut pretty good. Very little lead in. We call it lead in when the blade gives that first little, hey, what's going on? That's really not bad. Ooh. There you go. So see, consistent wave, consistent wave, consistent wave. You run that through a planer, it's just harder on your machine. So we're gonna roll, we're done. We're done skinning.
Time to get serious.
Let's get serious.
Dan got a little excited.
I got so excited we were ready to jump on to the next step, but we have to, yeah. See, that's what the problem with the double flip is. I'm always looking at that third side knowing I'm done, but guys, we're double flipping.
I was right along with you. I'm like, we're ready to go.
We're ready to go.
Look at this big boy hanging down over here. We got a nice big chunk hanging down there. So
now you know that this thing is round. So secure your log. Boom, boom. Pop off your. Hit me up, Jay.
I'm on. Clip you, Dan.
Getting late in the day. Good job, Jason.
Thank you. It's one-handed, Dan.
I know.
All right, we're ready to roll.
Safety first. One-handed by the saw. Okay. Woo. One more flip because we're double flipping. See, that's why I don't like the double flip, all the extra. Hey, with this thing secure, if you want to see, you should be clearing out anything that's going to affect your log. I'm not telling you to stick your hands in, but I guess I'm telling you to stick your hands in.
Do as I say, not as I do.
I've got my stuff secured right here. I'm not moving. I'm in control. And I never asked Jason to put his hands under there. He just does sometimes.
I learned that lesson the hard way.
Okay, so now your log's gonna fit flat. Boom, right up against your post. We're ready to slice.
All
Let's
right.
see if we're gonna get our 10, Jay.
Okay. I'm feeling optimistic.
I'm feeling it too. So we're really checking. We got a 13-inch log. I know this is not a big cut. There you go again with your laser. Check it out. I've got 6 inches. I feel comfortable. I might even come down another ½ inch and squeeze it.
There you go.
Time saver, guys.
Hey, anything we can do to save some time.
I know. That looks like a big cut right there. And if you were actually looking to make short boards, it looks like to me like the first 8 feet, you really could have boards. So I'm almost contemplating to cut some boards for him, buddy, and get those.
You want to try to grab a couple? I don't think we get kind of narrow.
Because we have the bow here, my beam is going to have to start being cut right here in this direction here. You really have this much wood. If you wanted to get yourself 3 or 4, premium pieces. I have so much of this.
I was going to say, it's pretty narrow there once we get past that section.
Well, that's what I mean. Mm-hmm. That's why I said that you could salvage yourself these short pieces of high dollar oak, depending on what you're doing, man. You know what I mean? You're making a cabinet. That's enough to make a cabinet.
Yep.
One.
It's okay. One's better than none.
One's better than none, Jay. So I don't normally do this, but I'm going to show you how to salvage all the pieces of wood that you have. Let's just give ourselves a cut. Since we're... Be nice. Another fun fact of the laser right there.
Yeah, that helps.
I'm not telling you guys to jump up on your sawmill with a chainsaw. I just couldn't see over mine.
Don't try this at home.
Don't try this at home. You want to make some 1-inch boards? Let's make some 1-inch boards.
Well, hey, save what you can.
Let's see what happens, Jay.
Okay.
Throttle cable stuck, Jay.
Think so. Got a little throttle adjustment.
Look at that. I didn't scar the beam. We almost needed our little timber chisel to get that off.
I don't know. Was it worth it?
I don't know. For somebody.
I think that's a great piece of
it's
wood right
actually
there.
a beautiful board. I was going to cut this off and throw this into the fire. So you can see, even though the boards have a little bit of checks in them, this is from the older board that's out here. You cut this off here, right there, you've got premiums.
Yeah, it's nice
And
stuff.
it's not going to check anymore because it's already been drying a little. I can see though, and we haven't made very many cuts at all with that brand new blade. You can see the deeper I went, or I think you can see, it got hard to even move. So, you know, here we're at Wave Central.
I think we have a fix for that, Dan.
We do have a fix for that. So I'm going to just chop off the rest of this slag piece. I'm not going to collect any more boards, Jay, so you don't have to store them.
Thank you.
We're going to move on to making a beam.
I think we have quite a few boards in storage.
Got a couple.
That is a beauty.
I'm almost shocked, Jay, that we actually throw these away on a daily basis.
Don't tell me.
I know, guys. So it doesn't take a big piece of wood. Go to Home Depot. Find out what you're going to get, a white oak piece like this. How much that's going to cost you? eBay. This is going to be $100. You just made $100 out of scrap wood, as far as I'm thinking.
Yeah, I like it.
And for a lot of guys, this is a whole project.
That's awesome.
You know, who knows? Oak birdhouses. I don't know. There's tons of stuff.
Waste not, want not, Dan.
I know. Go get that stuff out of the fire. Let's cut it up. So here, what I'm going to do first is I need an 8x10. I'm going to make myself a 10x10. Then take a look at the log and see what we have. But we're always trying to center. So I'm already pretty centered right there. So it's real. This one's an easy one, Jay.
I like it.
Okay.
You got to take your time, right? Be patient.
And what? Think about what you got going on?
Mm-hmm.
I think you do too. You know, while everything else is happening, I'm always thinking of those.
I know. Who knows what's going on in that head of yours?
I don't know either. It's like all over the place, Jay. But right now, it's in the mill yard.
There you go.
That's what we're cutting. So we're going to actually be doing a backflip with the winch, which we don't normally do.
We're doing all kinds of stuff we don't normally do.
Let's do it, Jay. Okay, so what we upgraded was our blade selection, and we're actually running a carbide blade. And this is what we use in the extreme hardwood, and quite frankly, we use these almost all the time. If the log wasn't old and we had fresh cut and we didn't drag it through the mud, more than likely we would just skin it with the carbide blade and keep going. But this isn't even a new blade. We've been cutting with this all day yesterday. So we threw this up on the mill. I mean, the only thing, it's a piece of cake. I mean, the only thing you need to do is adjust your guide things, because this is not an 1¼ inch blade. I'm running 1½ inch blades, which seem to hold the flatness a little bit better. But we could easily get 1¼ inch blades and check out how that is. So you just want to set your roller gauge and tighten your, I know, I do this so many times a day. We don't run with the little feathers. I just push it in and I just come back that hair and make sure my wheel is not continuously running. You want to be off that. That's it. It's exactly the same as putting any other blade on. So that's what we're going to use to finish this. We're going to skin out these waves, get whatever boards we can, and cut our beam and hopefully have it.
All right, let's get to cutting.
Let's get to cutting. So I have room from the center of my heart. What we're going to do is we're going to take our carbide blade on the same exact plane as the last cut that we did, and we're actually going to cut out all of these waves. Hopefully give us a straight beam. You can see if I actually go, I'm going to just take a 1/4 inch off, which should really show what's happening here, Jay.
Let's see what happens.
I could already tell. You see how much smoother and faster that was. Let's see how we did with our waves and our lead-in pieces here. I can actually see waves in this board, which is what I would expect to be cutting out those waves. But here,
Let's see how it does. It
it's
sure look good.
It looks plain, my friend. That big one, we're gonna find out right now. Now there's a possibility we get a dip as well. Some of these knots, it's just, you're just gonna have to deal with it.
Well, working around knots is tough sometimes. Oh, wow,
Very
look at that.
little.
Very little.
But he has. We have the same lead-in problem, and then it should run pretty smooth.
Now you see why we like Carbide so much. Did that not give us a little
It
trouble?
really didn't. That's what I was kind of checking. So there's a smooth way to get your boards cut. We're going to finish those right here. So we do the same. It's almost like when every blade goes in and there gets tension on it, you get that little wave. It's why I really cut most of my stuff long. So I can actually hack this off. I've got a foot on each side to play with. Now, for some reason, at the end, doesn't happen. Stays flat. It's only when the motor's running fast and then it finally grabs drag, it seems to pitch the blade.
There's a lot of machines that do that in woodworking, though, where we have to account for a little extra on the wood because
It
you end up
is,
with-
you know, especially when you're planing and you
Yep.
get the little stripe in the end of it.
Yep.
Yeah, a whole process. We're cutting inches off, inches off, inches off. By the time we get to the wood, it's this big.
I don't know about that.
No,
That's
I'm only
beautiful.
kidding.
That was a great cut.
it was smooth. It's easier on your machine. So we're actually going to back roll this because my cut happens to be on my side and I don't want to flip it 3 or 4 times. If you're working alone, this is easy to do safely, but I wouldn't suggest having your buddy stand on this side just in case the log goes off because you don't have any log stops if you're going to actually go into reverse. So I'm just going to flip it back up. It's
Get it.
heavy on the end.
Get it,
Jay.
Cowboy Dan. There you go.
We go. So boom, you're ready. One flip, you don't beat your mill 3 extra times, even though it can take it. There's no sense in beating on it. That's why I don't like the double flips, Jay.
I know. Comes around to bite you, but it was
does.
necessary on that one.
It was necessary. But look, you're all pulled in. You're ready to go. No issue. No back trouble. Little tug. Yeah. Once again, this top little skinny board isn't good for me, so I'm actually going to just peel off an inch, call that firewood, and we'll get 2 extra boards right here. You know what I'm going to do, Jay?
You know, mark it, Dan.
I'm going to change my mind on this. Does it give me my 1.5 inches?
Ah.
I'm going to get me a deck board out of this.
We need lots of deck boards.
Exactly what I'm going to get.
So what do you got planned? You're going to take a little bit
I'm
off?
actually going to take a little, I'm going to actually take the piece off until I get to my 1.5 inch board.
Okay.
So that right there should be our 10. That should be my 10, which it is. So I'm going to go up to 11.5, which we did. I know what I'm going to do now, Jay.
All right. Well, good.
I'm going to go up. I'm going to skin that 1.5 inch off square. And then I'm actually going to come take a 1-inch board and get a deck board.
Well, hey, bonus board.
Bonus board.
A bonus board.
Let's straighten this one out. You hear that thing dig down, and I just slowed my push rate, and I also tried to come in on the lead in really slow with the, let's say with the motor running.
Another reason I like the manual push.
I do too.
Plus the exercise.
Plus,
How are we looking?
oh, I could tell right. Yeah, very lightly over this big knot. I can feel with my hand, but we're gonna check. Looks like the front did better. Going in slow. Get past that. Get the blade going where it wants. Get your motor running consistent.
It's like getting a boat on plane.
It is like getting a boat. Okay, still have a little one.
Very minimal, but
Little one. Little one. And here we go. We're just right here. Grabbed one right here. So we have a slight wave. Nothing. And the end comes out perfect. That knot.
a lot going on right
That
there.
knot right here, you can see there's the center directly over that knot. That's hard. This piece of wood here is harder. It's driving that blade up, even the carbide blade.
Yep.
Usually we don't have that, but these are a little bit older.
This is still a pretty nice cut, though.
It's a nice cut. We do that with the other blade and you're in trouble.
Nah, it wouldn't have worked too well.
Something off the side of the mill on that one, Jay.
Do what?
Shot something off the side of the mill on that one. Hey, I don't know if you went, when I got into this knot, I went really, really slow and I let the motor pick speed up. So let's see if it helps our planning, because the closer we get, the harder that's going to be. So that's another reason of why you're feeling your saw, hearing your saw. I mean, I'm sure you heard the RPMs pick up with my nut, Jay.
Mm-hmm.
Very teeny compared. I mean, look at not. You can't get a matchbook, so it helped out. Over here, it's a little better. Here you go. That's what it is.
Man, that's hard in there. That knot is pushing some density, I'm
It is.
telling you.
And I know I've seen pictures of some of the stuff you guys got coming out, and it's actually half-inch waves. But here, running right through. She's running pretty good. Right here, you got, that's the key with these knots. Always the worst. Let's see if our leading helped a little bit. Same thing, a little bit better each time. I think you just need to move slower in this harder wood and then feel your way, because you could see it moved right across. You could even see in the blade cut right here where we slowed down. Is that the knot? There's the knot.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
Because I slowed down my feed.
And look at how much is going on here. I mean, there's a whole lot of...
There's a whole lot of mess going on there, Jay. We got one more, gonna go right through it.
That's all right.
Let's dissect them.
Let's do it. That's always fun. Cut it up.
We're almost beam ready.
Yeah, that's awesome.
We're a couple of cuts from beaming.
I love it. We like making beams.
I love making beams.
So now you're going to pick up a 1.5 inch
Now
deck
I'm gonna
board.
get us a deck board as well, which I love because we always need deck boards.
And that was a pretty shabby looking log to start with. I didn't think it was going to yield any extras, so this is a good bonus.
Bonus log. It should be us right there. A little bit on my 10. gonna have
a lot going on here, though. A lot to mess with your cut. Look at the density on this side over here.
It is. I was going pretty slow.
No, it's really
It's not
that's
that
not
bad. It's not that bad.
All things considered.
Correct. So, flat pretty much.
Looking
This
pretty
would be
good.
our other knot right here. So there's our lift. Boom. The
This-
leaded's still the same.
This is so minor. You could almost just say, you don't even
It
have to
is.
plane it. You know, it's
It
just.
is. You're not even going to imagine what it would be like with a regular blade. Uh-oh, square too, Jay.
I hate when that happens.
I hate when that happens too. Okay, backflip and a couple more cuts.
All right.
Okay, see with the double flip, you're always then backflipping. So here we go, one more time. We're doing another backflip, Jay.
It's all right.
We don't do that often, once a day, maybe not twice on the same log.
Yes. It's a little different log, which is good that we show it.
It is. Honestly, this log's coming out better than I thought.
Yeah, it's looking pretty nice.
And there's actually material coming off it. I didn't think we'd get anything.
It's a happy accident.
Happy accident. I love that because you never know what you're gonna get, like being
right.
at the casino, right?
That's don't get me started.
Come on, Jay. Snatch is gonna move. Trying to show you how safe the winch is. Don't come kill yourself.
As it flies off the other side, I think you're okay.
See, even a little back work.
Oh, so helpful.
Let's skin some log. Beautiful deck board, Jay.
Yeah, I like it.
We have got, I don't know. We got lucky, my friend, because this is actually a beautiful beam and it's hard as nails. That's all I can say.
It's gonna be structural, Dan. That's good.
It's gonna be structural, it's right. I'm looking right now, how does it look? Do I have a finished edge? Are my corners good? That side is looking good. This side, no. So this is where I'm gonna make my decisions of how I'm going to cut my beam. Because right now I need an 8x10 and this is a 10x10. So this has made it very simple for me. I could just get myself down the 2 inches right here. We've already straightened off this side. We got that little head in here. Very little dip at the knot, but it's actually looking good as far as the beam, my friend.
That's beautiful.
Some rough knots, some rough
No,
knots.
but it still looks like we kind of planed it.
It does look like it. You can't even see teeth marks in there.
No.
200 sandpaper and
There
that
you
thing's
go.
glossy. I hate to say, Jay, I'm going to backflip this thing one more time.
Another
We coulda went
backflip?
right- If I knew what I was doing from the beginning, there we go. Watch your feet.
What the hell's going on? Back flipping and back flipping,
backflipping,
double
guys.
flipping.
2 more cuts and a deck board. That's almost a song. That's almost a Christmas song.
I don't know
Two
if it's a
more-
Christmas song.
What do you mean now?
Definitely a song.
Oh, 2 more cuts and a deck board.
I think we've been on the mill too long today already.
No, I'm just happy with the extra deck boards, Jay.
Yeah, I am too.
So now I've picked my side. You can see I've got perfect hardwood everywhere except for here. This is probably where this was the bottom of the bow. So I have the room for us to be centered. So I'm actually needing to take 2 inches off. I'm actually going to cut a 1/2 inch, straighten out the board, get me a deck board.
Love it.
2 more little deck boards. 2 more little deck boards. That's our new holiday song, Jay.
Well, it is the season, Dan.
Let's finish up strong.
All right, here we go. Gonna be happy about that, Dan.
I know. We got a beautiful beam. Got a beautiful beam. Get rid of this. Comes off, don't it?
Boy,
Pretty straight.
look at that. That's a pretty spendy little piece of wood there, Dan.
That's a spendy piece.
That looks beautiful.
There we go. There's our 8x10. We got very teeny on the lead in here. Very credit card. Not even a matchbook. There's another big knot. I mean,
I know, but they're
nothing to that.
the knots look so good, though.
There's nothing that looks so good. There we go. We've got a perfectly square, perfectly round. So perfectly square, perfectly flat beam. This is what I needed. Let's trim up and see what we got. I think we got 3 or 4 deck boards.
I like it.
So out of our old crooked log with the knots on it, we got our beautiful beam. I mean, this is a perfect beam. I'm actually more happy with it than when I started with it. And we did get ourselves a couple of 14-foot 2x4s, a piece of 1x, and we also got 3 more deck boards. So that beam actually yielded. I wasn't even sure we were going to get a beam. But guys, when you're using carbide blades and you're sizing, these things were sized 3 different times. We didn't cut these all at once. We had no DRO. We use our woodland mills, and it's perfect. But if you look, you get perfectly flat boards. None of this wavy crap, and you're trying to run that through a router. You're trying to plane it. This stuff is ready to go. I mean, look, all 3. Perfect. No waves. I know I get special deals for my members, so check out our membership program. Carbide blades. You ain't going to get them any cheaper.
And they're the real deal.
They're the real deal. This is a hard, white oak. I hope this helped you out, guys. Don't be scared of the oak. Dig in.